Yeah, it's Titan. So what are we going to talk about, man?
I better make sure this works. Can you hear me?
Check.
Cool.
I can hear you.
Whoop. So check it out. Live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, coming from Global Media Studios, downtown Richmond, 8 South 8th Street. We do all things camera and caffeine. And I got Rob here.
What's going on?
He's the man behind the websites.
Doing all the creativeness.
Yeah, so tell me how you got started in website development.
Man, I couldn't find what I really wanted to do. I did music for a real long time. And I guess one day I got a hold of one of my friend's brothers. We ran into each other, and I was asking him how everything was going with programming. And he kind of gave me this little tutorial, this website, and I started to get into it. And it was pretty cool. It was challenging at first, but I made some little games, just to start out with. Like, if you find this item, do this.
So like an Easter egg hunt?
Yeah, just little text games. Stuff that nobody would be interested in but me.
What was like the platforms that you use? Because I know like right now, people like me that's not very real experience with website development that has to call in the big guns.
Yeah.
We use like Wix and stuff. So
Got you.
what did you use when you got into this?
I use something called Code Academy.
Okay.
So Code Academy, it was basically like a free website, which now I think a lot of the material's paid, but back then you just got on there. It gave you enough to learn from. So just enough to get your feet wet. And then you had to go in the deep sea of learning, going online and asking a bunch of questions,
Okay. So how did you do it? Did you use YouTube to find out how to do it? Did you go to school? What?
So a lot of YouTube, you keep like, it's almost like bashing your head against the keyboard when you can't figure out a problem. So you go to YouTube, you go to Google.
Right.
Coming from a small town, there's really no one here that programs.
Okay.
So I couldn't really go for guidance anywhere. So you have to go to the internet.
So you didn't have like a mentor locally?
Never. No.
Okay. Very cool. So what made you, did you have a pivotal moment in your career where you were like, I really need to be building websites and nothing else? Because I can tell you're like really passionate about coding because that's all you fucking talk about.
Yeah.
To me.
Well, I can stay in front of my
And
computer
it's
for 16,
way over my head.
Yeah, 16 to 24 hours. I can sit there and stare at my. A lot of people take those 10-minute breaks. They do like 5 here and there. I can just sit and stare at it until I get it. Yeah, if I don't get the problem that I'm on, which is I'm always stuck on something.
Really?
Then I can't sleep. So I gotta figure it out. And if that takes only getting maybe 3 hours of sleep, I'll do it just till I figure it out. Because then when I figure it out, then I don't run into that issue again, basically.
So you feel accomplished by the time you go to bed.
Exactly.
If you go to bed.
And it's got to be like that daily.
Like the other night, you were like, no, I pulled an all-nighter to figure something out that didn't have a deadline on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I lost sleep, but then now it's like, I think it's a personal thing. You feel defeated until you get over that hump, and sleep never helps me. If I wake up, I'm still stuck on the problem. So I've got to get it, before I go to bed.
Yeah.
So that's just my mind.
So is there like a lot of caffeine involved, or?
Actually, caffeine makes it worse. I feel like caffeine just kind of, because there's peaks where like you're real focused, and then you type a lot of code and you start coming down from the caffeine, and you're like, I don't even know.
So where do you even know how to begin the process of coding? Like, how the hell do you even come up with code?
You just watch tutorials on. A lot of people buy courses. I personally, I went to a website that was kind of like a course. Mm-hmm. You do it. You buy a course, or you just kind of you try one thing. You try to build like a to-do app. Like, I got things to do. I want to make an app, even though there's like something right now in the app store you could just go to.
Right.
I've got it. You learn to teach
something
yourself,
about your own.
Yeah, how to make do it your own way. Whether you want like the little tiles to be red about your daily tasks, so you want things to be your own. So that's how you start, and then after that, it's just a war zone. You're always figuring out, because you can find people that can give you the answers to things, but it's going to cost a lot of money.
Oh, absolutely. And it's either do I have the time to find the answers, or do I need to pay to find the answers?
Exactly.
So
if you want to skip ahead of the line, I would say get your money out, start asking people who have solved these problems, who have been
Right.
who have stayed up for countless nights.
which is us.
yeah, right. You guys want to know? Come to me.
So so me and you just met what 4 months
I
ago
would say 4 months.
through Dana.
Yeah,
Okay, and we've done three websites, 4 websites since then.
yeah, 3.
About one a month.
Yep.
And it's cool, man, because a lot of people don't believe in, like, no, I wouldn't say teamwork they don't believe in, but they're very independent. Okay. And this goes back to Stephen Covey, which is author, that wrote the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And everyone should have read that book at some point in time. He talks relationships, not lovey-dovey, not all that shit, but it's everything overall. And you have 3 steps. One's dependent, where you just depend on shit, right? External factors for
Right.
your emotions, everything else. Independent, which is where I was at, right? With everything. I mean, it took me a while. Like, I crashed this whole business for a while with alcohol and everything else. But since I've gained momentum and built it back and built relationships, and if it wasn't for clients sticking with me through all this shit, but independent. Let's go back to that. So I can take some photos that I love, videos that I love, and I can tell stories through that and run social medias and everything else, but I can't code a website or whatever the hell you fucking call it. So it's been really cool having you and us working together with that, man. So I can't be more thankful
Well, you
for
gotta
what you're doing.
You got to have people that are good in different areas.
Oh, absolutely.
I can be super introverted, stare at a screen for 24 hours.
Right.
Some people can't do that.
And I'm
But-
texting you like, hey, man, do you think you can do this for that website?
Yeah.
Because I just sold it to him. So
I'll get it done in 15 minutes, an hour, whatever it takes. Let me get on it right now.
so our first one was the Firehouse Barbecue and Blues.
Yeah, that was a good one.
400 North 8th in Richmond,
Yeah.
Depot District. It's really good.
Delicious.
If you guys want to join us sometime, I'll buy you dinner. I might go there for tonight for dinner.
It's by far probably one of the top places
Yeah.
to eat. That like within 50 miles. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just the
And,
food is delicious.
And I think that was a pretty elaborate website build. So between getting all the photos, the images for the menu, video, we got more content in the files. I think that was pretty extensive.
Yeah.
And you did really well. And that was we order online. We take their Toast, which is POS system, which most restaurants use. There's other restaurants locally that I want to go talk to about that, because I don't think they're using Toast to
Not utilizing it how they should or what they could do with it.
and I think a lot of them, because I looked through it with the barbecue. I looked through Toast and to see how their platform works, and they build their own little menu site based on your POS there. And I feel like a lot of people don't know that order online. All you got to do is just switch it on and
it
tie it to the
connects.
website.
Yeah,
So
that's huge potential.
yeah, oh, absolutely.
If you're not doing that, I
Order
mean,
online for pickup.
yeah, especially in today, the modern world, I think people want to just go and I mean, everybody's so busy.
Well, like you said, introvert, staring at your screen, everything else. There's a lot of people that don't want to fuck with people.
Yeah,
So, but we all have days. I'm what you consider the outgoing introvert. So I have my moments where I don't want to fuck with anybody. So to order online and go grab it and leave and eat at home, sometimes that's cool.
yeah.
So
That's-
having that option.
Yeah, that's I think key nowadays. I think a lot of people are like how you are. A lot of people are balanced, but then there's a lot like me too that are just like we don't want to talk to nobody.
Right.
Or we had we just stared at the screen the whole day, or like we've done a job all day.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
we don't want to go in and like talk. We just want to grab our food. We want the pickup window. We want to grab it and go.
Yeah. And sometimes we do love people. We're just in a hurry. because we got appointments or
Exactly.
whatnot,
Yeah.
haircuts. Or where'd you get your haircut today?
Brad Johnson, down at the corner barber.
Where's that at?
It is on North A. It's like attached right to the La Crazy Horse. Yeah, he's been doing it for years, man. I always go to him.
I go to Great Clips.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It's kind of like, and that's the problem. Back to the do it online and everything else. I can check in online. So like, if I got a half hour break coming up, I could be like, I think I'm gonna go get a haircut. Check in on the app. It tells me how much time I got. Now, my hair might get fucked up.
Yeah, it might.
But I got a lot of hats.
The biggest thing that for me is like I always love going to the same person because they know me. I can conversate with them. I know what their mood is when I walk in. Either we're talking or we're just chilling, whatever. That when I go in there, usually there's never the same person in there. I mean, it could be month to month.
At Great Clips?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's never the same person.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, is Julie in today? Nah, she left us.
Nah, man.
Okay, I'll just take whoever.
I'll roll the dice, bro.
Yeah.
One of my buddies, there's James Henley. He's a local realtor. He does the same exact thing. And what's funny is we always end up there like at the same days, same time sometimes. So the ongoing joke, I see him down at the club. It's like, where were you today, man? I got my haircut. Why didn't you get a haircut? So that's fun. But I don't know. And I'm kind of empathetic sometimes. So they got a lot of students. They just graduated DDIC.
It's like PJs.
Yeah, or PJs.
Yeah.
And then they'll go cut hair at Great Clips. And
You never know.
I know. And
You got to give them a chance, but you never know.
I have to give them a chance because everyone starts somewhere. And people paid me to do stuff with cameras when I really sucked at it. So I got to think people pay you to cut hair even though you ain't good at it yet. You will be good at it eventually.
Yeah.
But the check-in online.
Yeah, that's
huge.
that is huge.
Because
Because if you're busy, you can get on your phone, type in what you need, and then
Right, because I can't schedule appointments ahead of time for stuff like that. For one, I have commitment issues. For two, I'll catch myself picking a project up or something and then not making that appointment. So I just like, I'm gonna go get my haircut today. Boom.
right.
The online is huge. So
Yeah.
So another project that we're in the middle of, early wine pest control.
Yeah,
So how's that going?
it's going really well. I think once I get some of the rest of the media, it's just going to come together. It's one of those sites where I wanted to go all in on. It's a lot of stuff is just common to people that don't do development.
Right.
A lot of people are like, yeah, I got the confirmation email. Yeah, I got the shopping bag in the top right corner.
Right.
And they're like, okay, yeah, it's a website. But the thing is, that stuff is not easy to build right. And so that's what I really wanted to do with Early Wine and Firehouse was like, I wanted to go the extra mile. So yeah, it's looking really good. And like I said, once we get the rest of the media, we'll be solid.
Nice. So what's taking you so long for the fucking media?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'll get you some more this weekend.
We only need like a couple clips too.
Video?
Video would be cool. Yeah, we could. That would be nice.
Well, and I had to change. So, I talked to Phil Quinn the other day for 2.5 hours about all things marketing, all things life, just everything. And I told him, this is the first pest control business that we represent now. And I had that moment of like, oh, you know what? I need to paint a happy picture.
Yeah.
Not so much, bug spray and this and bug spray and that.
Chemicals.
Yeah, right.
Right, yeah.
I need to paint like a happy, healthy family at a nice home because there's no pests.
Yeah.
Because it's already been taken care of.
Yep.
So
It's already been exterminated.
Right.
Like you want to show that side of it.
Right. So we're going to schedule that at a buddy's house with his family. And he doesn't know it yet, but we told him.
But it's coming.
We told him. It's Justin Schreiben. So, Justin, if you're watching, we're going to be at your house soon.
Party at Justin's house.
Yeah. So
Media
I'll have
day.
different media there. So,
Yeah, once that all
don't wait
aligns-
on the video.
Yeah, honestly, just regular, just photos would be fine too.
Okay.
Right now, But yeah, everything else is going solid. It's every bit of functionality they're going to need to succeed on the online portion of the business.
Okay.
So with your side, describe your side on what you're doing.
So I'm just basically building their brand around using the photos, the video, but building their brand on what they stand for, which is happy, healthy homes and commercial properties. So businesses, how businesses can operate without having pests, without having bugs running around. So
exactly.
Right.
So with that and with how this will function, people will be able to, schedule, be happy about seeing the socials and then schedule those. I think they'll see a lot more scheduling.
I mean, we all know what pest control is. And everyone, I don't feel like we have to tell them what we do.
What they do.
Right.
But we have to bring them like, maybe sometimes they've went out to Walmart to try to like get rid of these instead of like knowing, hey, there's like these people out here.
To find like a off the shelf spray.
Yeah, maybe they're having a big problem and they're like YouTube and how do I get rid of like pests
home
at the home?
remedies,
and it's like a huge like nest.
Home remedies.
So I'm thinking this, with your socials, just helping them out with letting people know, be aware of like, hey, these people are here, like they're professionals. Right. They've been in business for like 50 plus years.
This shit's not gonna kill you.
Yeah, no, like they're good. They got you. Just give them a call.
They've
schedule
been doing
them
it for a long time. Yeah.
So I think it's just bringing awareness. I think that's where like most things are. It's like bringing awareness to things and creating an audience. I think they just need more of like an awareness, like they're there.
Cool.
They've been here for 50 years, but a lot of people has grown up and they might not know about them. So I think that's where our jobs come in.
So what people really need to think about is sometimes we wait till we already have the bugs and termite problem. But, if you go ahead and just do the preventative, you're going to avoid it.
100%.
So.
Yeah. And if you just know they exist, give them a call, whatever.
So, it's like, do we change our oil or do we let the engine blow up?
If you asked me 10 years ago, I'd probably just let the engine blow up.
Right. Right. That's fucking
That's how I've been, man. Yeah.
So our next one that we're into is BNF Plastics.
Yes, sir.
So that's going to be cool because that's e-commerce.
Yep. Now that one
flaps
is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, and the custom mud flaps. It's going to be like back in the day, Need for Speed.
You know what's going to happen, bro? Every vehicle in fucking Richmond's going to have mud flaps.
Right.
With their name on it.
The Priuses out here with like customizable mud flaps.
Dude, the stick figures. You know the stick figure families?
Yes.
I'm putting them on mud flaps.
Putting their whole family on mud flaps.
We just got
different colors, gradient overlays.
We will tie. Do you know Asia Arnett that has the window tinting?
I don't think so.
He does wraps and window tinting. We'll just work a deal with him where he does installs on mud flaps.
Yeah.
So people can just pull up and get their mud flaps installed.
I'm telling you, that would be huge. That would be pretty cool. I want to make it like remember like back in the day with like Need for Speed.
Yeah.
Like you would like, the car would like flip up on the screen and you'd be like decal.
Yeah.
We can make it fun like that. People
especially
can just,
the way they want it, they want it where you can customize your own mud flap. So if we make a drop and drag, it's hard telling what's going to be coming out of there. But
why just stop at that?
Stick figures, bro.
Customize everything.
Right. Well, they make so many different products. They're plastic extrusion, but the more and more I learn about it, like there's so many applications with plastic extrusion beyond what we even understand.
Right.
But mud flaps are one thing that they do a lot of already. That they're B2B, business to business, and that's going to be the first product they do business to consumer. So that'll be the first product me or you could just hop online, custom design our own mud flap, and order it.
Yeah. That'll be pretty cool.
We are going to be the mud flap capital of the world.
The mud flap, it's like the central hub.
Richmond, Indiana.
We got to make it cool. So that's what I'm excited about with them is just making it interactive.
Right.
There's a lot of websites that do that stuff. Again, people from the outside looking in. There's a lot of websites that do stuff.
Think about your target market with mud flaps. It's got to be functional.
Especially around here too, man. Yeah. It's got to be, Yeah.
What's
So,
up, Scotty? Look at Scotty's in the comments. Miss you too, man. But yeah, so Mudflap, capital of the world. That's our goal would be.
This is the place to do it in too.
Yeah.
You know how many trucks are here?
I know. Well, hey, we could stand out at Petro and just hustle. Have a Mudflap, a little Mudflap booth.
Uh huh.
Next-
Dress me up in a mud flap, a custom mud flap.
Yeah, man.
Run around.
This is going south. I wish I could hit that womp womp womp.
Dude,
um,
I think the project is going to be great though.
So
And
what
it's
do
gonna
you-
give them some exposure too?
Oh, absolutely. Well, and we've been killing it right now on LinkedIn. So they're one of our social media. They're one of our social media clients. So we manage their Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. 8 to 20 posts a month, stuff like that. But I've focused more on their LinkedIn since they're B2B because that's kind of where other Bs hang out at, the other businesses. So they're killing it right now on LinkedIn, which is just
Are they?
wild. Yeah. We're not sponsoring posts. We're doing everything organically. I'm not against sponsoring social media posts if I'm going to be able to sort through metrics and make sure there's return on investment. Make sure there's a sale that came off of that sponsored post, so there's ROI. If not, you're just blowing your money.
100%.
Yeah. So I mean, it is better than sometimes buying a billboard or whatnot because you can't track that. But those are good tax write-offs at the end of the year.
Yeah, I say if you know your absolute target audience, then maybe. But it takes a while to get there. It takes a lot of money to get to there, and then even then, it doesn't work.
Right.
Do you have what your target audience wants to see?
All right. You have to be able to pull the metrics, but you have to be able to go through the comments, go through the impressions, and see if you made a sale off of that actual sponsored post to know if it was worth it or not.
Exactly.
If not, you're just spending money. Again, that would be a good tax write-off if you have to spend money on marketing.
Yeah.
But other than that, organic, I prided ourselves in doing organic work because if your content is of quality or tells a good story or both, then you're going to get the right reach.
I think that's what people want to see these days anyways.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can sponsor the shit out of post, and you can get all these likes and all these follows, but you don't know what like HubSpot calls this is called fluffy metrics because you don't know if them are the right people that are following, the right people that are seeing it, the people that are going to come buy your product or service. You don't know that.
They might just be a little tipsy that night or something.
Right. They just hit like. They're just like ding ding. Hey,
Yeah,
I've been there.
Right.
Ding ding ding. Like.
Sometimes I just so they'll get a like. I'll just
Right.
be like, I want to help you out, whatever, while I'm
Right.
scrolling.
Right.
So
absolutely.
you can't find the right audience with that. So it's hard to guarantee stuff through spending. And right now it's getting, well, not just right now, but it has been getting more and more expensive. If it was maybe 3-4 years ago, it's a little bit different. Maybe even 5 years.
And just like Gary Vee, which I listen to, I inhale, exhale, Gary Vee. He talks about every day there's just millions and millions of pieces of content posted to Instagram. So
Yeah.
every day you got to work to keep afloat, to keep in front of the right audience every day.
24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And now, he used to have like different strategies, like, get on this platform, talk like this. Now it's just post. And it's crazy. That's a strategy because that's what it is these days.
Right. Yeah, it's just it's consistency. And I feel like so he has a whole team that does all of his stuff. So they can go through the algorithms and everything else. I feel like anybody else below him starts trying to figure out an algorithm.
Yeah.
You're already taking too much time, and that's time you should have been creating stuff.
Right. Because you're trying to pull 1 or 2 people maybe out of like one video or like one piece of content, if that.
Right.
Maybe just one or sometimes
Right.
none. I think you need at least, probably 20 pieces of content a day. What's he say? Like 10 on each
Yeah,
platform.
he's like 10 on each platform or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a lot of work throughout the day to do that.
It's
I mean, to be on top
if-
because there's
I know.
people out there that are doing that.
It's one of them things like, where are you at in life? What are you trying to do? What story are you trying to tell? Is it your brand that you're working on? Is it someone else's that you're representing? So that's where it's at. Like, you know, I'll post silly shit. I'll post serious stuff. But if it gets to a point where it's like, I kind of just want to go do something, then I'm not going to post. I'm going to go do stuff.
Yeah, and he would say, while you go do stuff.
Right. You got to be
Post.
happy. Yeah. It's a happy balance, man. Because I see people right now that's like sponsoring everything with no call to action, with no ROI, paying for blue check marks, which now defeats the purpose of check marks.
Everybody's a celebrity now.
I know. And it's like, I just paid for friends.
Yeah, 100%. paying for the
I
engagement.
just paid for engagement for why?
Yeah. I didn't pay to sell anything. I paid to have a party online with people I don't know.
I'm internet famous, you know?
Yeah. To those 2,000 people.
That I just paid to be friends with.
Yep. There goes $300.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I don't understand, man. It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah. It's a fun. There's fun and then there's results.
But they're going to Facebook's going to take your money.
Oh, yeah.
And if you notice, when you sponsor stuff, it says you may reach 1,000 more people. You know, we're clowning on them, but we're streaming live on them, so they're watching. We're going to shut down here in a minute.
They're telling too much truth.
Yeah.
Hey, if we had
we're going to get fact checked.
Yeah, if we had like a couple 100,000, probably.
I know. We're going to get fact checked.
We don't want to let them know the truth.
Right. We're going to get fact checked. Come on, Zuckerberg. Zuckus. Scotty. So Scotty's got a YouTube channel.
Nice.
Scott Snyder Vlog. And he's got, Scotty, how many followers do you have, buddy? He'll comment on it here in a second. Tell us. It's probably, last I knew, it was like 1,400.
That's not bad at all.
No, he posts every day.
That's kind of huge.
Every
I wonder
day.
how long he's been doing it. I ran into something a while ago. I started watching him. We had just a couple hundred. And now he only has like 1.6 thousand views a video. Mm-hmm. But the guy, he capitalizes on all, whatever it is, amount of people that he has. Altogether, he has 113,000 followers. But on video views itself, 1.6. But just being able to capitalize just off those people.
Scotty
is
said,
insane.
I think I got 1,000 subscribers. Buddy, I'm pretty sure you got more than 1,000, homie, because we had a party when you got to 1,000.
Maybe that one was a 2.
Yeah. Yeah, because last I knew, he was eligible for monetization. But
what kind? So it's a vlog. What kind of content though?
Random.
Just
He's got
everyday life.
He's got up syndrome, and he just hangs out all day with his buddies. And he did a bodybuilding show. 2000. He'll tell me when it is here in a minute. He did a bodybuilding show in 2018, I believe. Yeah.
So he's probably got some.
So he's a GoPro fanatic. He has
Gotcha.
Yeah, GoPro.
That's always something I kind of wanted to get into.
Let him drive the Jeep before, and he made a video driving the Jeep.
See, that's what Gary talks about, man. People like him. Any chance you get, I'm going to order Domino's. Hey, let me vlog my thing of Domino's.
Right,
Huge, dude. And then just give that 10 years, and now everybody knows Scott.
Yeah. He drove the Jeep through the field across from the fairgrounds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. No doors
That's
on,
huge.
no top on. Yeah. Because you don't have a license. But
That's a huge field.
I do vlogs on YouTube. I film with my GoPro.
Yeah, so anything he just does daily, he just,
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. That's tons of content through the day.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
And then you get an audience that, likes your personality, and then there you go. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty crazy.
I think I'm going to start me a YouTube.
Start your YouTube. Mm-hmm. Just stream live for 15 hours while you sit there and code.
Dude, I tell you what, there's a guy that says, study with me. That's his thing. and he sits in front of. Granted, he's got like the big Tokyo view. He's got like the big. He's probably up on like the 50th floor. He's got a great view. It's just cameras of him studying with one candle and a drink, and his little notebook.
What's he studying?
I don't know. Last one that he posted was like 5 months. He gets like what was it, 14 million views. If you type in like YouTube study with me, and people just watch him, so they'll sit there with him the whole duration.
Wow.
And just watch him study. You imagine how much he's getting paid though, just
That's
to sit
crazy.
there. It's crazy.
But it's not about money. It's really not.
But it's nuts how much they can like.
I know. So we'll wrap up here in a minute. But it's been a wild 2023, Q4. How do you see 2024 for us?
Huge.
Like Donald Trump? Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Very big.
Very bigly.
Very big.
So my goal is for us to go to VCon in August, and that's in LA. So that's a business trip.
That'd be huge. I would love to meet Gary. Have you ever met him?
Did you see my video earlier?
No.
Oh man! So the one time I met him at VCon last year, I went with Brad, Farmer Brad. He invited me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in. But I met Gary V, and I had that stupid ass fan moment where he walks by, right, and the crowd's just wild over him, man. And I'm like, Gary, I named my cat after you. Then I was like, fuck.
What else do you say though? You're in the moment.
I know.
You know,
And I named my cat after
like
him.
that's how much I like you, dude.
But-
My cat's named after you.
I think in my mind, I was just trying to make that connection. Like, I'm that guy that tags you in fucking everything. I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was trying to make, and that's the only connection I could pull off the tip of my tongue in that moment.
To try to sell it.
But that's funny because I posted that in my story earlier. Like, everyone else, and then Kevin, Gary, I named my cat after you.
Maybe this year, man, it'll be different. You can.
Yeah. Well, so on the VCon website, there's an application you could fill out to be a content creator for a VCon. I guess they just give you a pass. You film. You do your thing. Yeah. So
That'd be huge.
I applied for it. There was a lot of stipulations, and one was like in relation to a marketing agency or something. So we'll see. I don't know.
Man, that'd be
But
crazy.
I put it in my IG story and tagged him, and he's seen it. He opened it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got one hell of a
So-
portfolio.
Yeah. So
I mean, you've been doing this for how long? Media and drone work, and
yeah, for a while. But so that would be cool. If that happened,
talk
but I
about a
definitely.
pivotal moment.
I've never been to LA, man. Have you ever been to LA?
I've just seen. I've just seen it's crazy.
Wheels up,
Yeah.
you know.
It'd be an experience.
Right.
Have you ever been to New York?
As a little kid, I think in a semi when my dad was driving semis.
I could be wrong, but I think like it's like one of those things. If you've been to New York, I've been to neither one, but I know
Yeah.
they're huge, and I've always kind of wondered like, what is it actually like to be?
Right.
Because all I've known is Richmond, a
you see it in movies.
little bit of Indy, yeah,
Right.
movies, just how wild it can be.
Well, I tell you, VCon 2023 was at Lucas Oil in Indy, and Drew Barrymore, John Taffer. There was a ton, and then that's how I became educated on Young Gravy.
Remind me who that is?
The song was stuck in my head all day today, but so look up Young Gravy, YUNG,
Yeah,
and then Gravy, and thank me later because you'll be stuck on this shit. There's like two songs. One's like Oops, and
I'm about to say, yeah. What's the main song? What would you recommend? Like if you wanted somebody to hear them?
let me look it up. If we were Bluetoothed in right now, I'd play it. Let me find
Young Gravy. I know I heard that from somewhere.
Yeah, so he was there at VCon this year. There was a lot of musicians, so every night they had a concert. And let's see, Betty, Get Money.
Betty Get Money.
Yeah. So that was like his biggest one.
I'll have to play that on the way home.
Yeah. But yeah, so he was there um, on stage talking with, I'll chop this up, Bosma St. John. I'm going to regret saying it because I probably said it wrong.
Like
but luckily,
Bosma.
she is never going to watch this. But she was a chief marketing officer at Netflix for many years. Now she's just a published author. She does her own thing. But she was chief marketing officer at quite a few places, actually. So they were on stage just mashing it up, just talking about their adventure and being an artist and then into business and then marketing, branding. I didn't know who Young Gravy was, but then just recently I looked him back up, and now I've been stuck on it. But so what
I'll
I'm
have to
saying,
listen to him.
yeah, so what I'm saying is there's like really like Gary Vee puts together a conference of some really cool people and very diverse that comes from all walks of life, all ventures. That's where I met the guy, CMO of Athletic Greens, that told that, you know, I walked into the conference room and they had all these breakout sessions at VCon. And I caught like the very beginning of their speech, and it was like the CFO, CMO, CEO of Athletic Greens, 3 of them on stage talking to the crowd about entrepreneurship and their business and their journeys. And right away, I heard this guy. I didn't know who he was, but he was on stage, so I figured he was somebody important. Say like, they diagnosed me with severe depression, severe anxiety, with maniac episodes and all that shit. And that was like 2 years after I got popped with all of that. So I'm like, oh, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the
Relatable.
hell you up here?
Yeah, like how'd you make it?
Right.
Like coming from that.
Right. So then he goes into, he stayed in the hospital in the psych ward for like 90 days. And then when he got out of that, I had to put on the handcuffs on, and they took him to jail for like 8-9 months. Because during his last maniac episode, when he was off his medicine, beat up his wife's mom. Like, whole
That's crazy.
fucking thing, man.
Like got
And
himself into some deep shit.
deep shit. And then he talked about what it took to turn that all around, how long it took, and everything else.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm like, man, this dude's like successful. How in the hell did this happen? So, but at the end of his little conversation, he was like, but here I am on stage talking to you guys. So don't give up, no matter how much you fucked up.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where to like unmask the power of vulnerability, all of my shit. So that was really cool because that message hit hard. And I think that's what I took away from VCon 2023 more than everything else, other than Drew Barrymore's really cool.
Yeah. Drew Barrymore is cool.
But that story really stuck with me. So when I left there, I had some energy like
Yeah.
nothing.
Like
And
anybody can turn it
it
around.
hasn't let up.
I think more people need that.
Right.
Need to know. Like,
It
no
hasn't
matter
let
what
up.
you've done, like you can
Right.
always turn things around.
Yeah.
At any time.
And I mean, like Jelly Roll's an example. You watch his documentary, Save Me, on Hulu.
Yeah.
Shit, he was in jail 18, 19 times.
Right.
And now he's playing concerts in that jail for them inmates.
Just won. What was it over there at the Grammys? Just
People's
won
Choice Award.
People Choice Award. Yeah.
Because Dana and I
Like,
I was
that's
in
crazy.
Cincy at his concert. We were in lawn at Cincinnati when some little girl, and I thought it was Jesse Murph. I was like, oh my God, I got my camera out. I'm like, it's Jesse Murph. And no, it was some girl from CMAs, but they presented his award while he was on stage at Riverbend because he couldn't be at the CMA Awards.
Yeah.
Because he was on
'Cause
tour.
he was there, yeah.
Right? So we saw him there, and then we seen him Friday at Ruoff, which they changed the
Like
name
back to
of
back?
2 days in a row.
I think you might have seen him like the one moment in
Mm-hmm.
his life that like almost mattered kind of the most when it
Right.
came to his success.
Oh,
That was
absolutely.
cool that you were a part of that.
Well, hopefully something still comes of that. So
Yeah.
we'll tag him in some stuff with the painting.
Isn't that wild too? That one night and you all have the painting there too at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just how the stars align kind of thing.
Yeah. So if all that went down in 2023, 2024 is going to be off the chain.
Yeah. Yeah. 20.
Especially if the only thing we do is go to VCon in August.
The biggest thing too is the technology that's coming out. It's insane.
AI.
If you can utilize the technology right now that we both can, I mean, we can be, faster and better at like what we do. I mean, AI is completely like if people aren't using AI right now, they're probably behind.
There's if this is AI, they're still playing with landline phones.
Yes, 100%. And it's so fast. Too,
AI is making Google look like the Yellow Pages, is what Gary Vee said the other day.
Yeah, it is.
And it's kind of true. And I've never used it to like search, but I seen you do it one night where you like searched for information on ChatGPT and it was like,
I don't use Google anymore.
nice.
I don't, and I don't think most people that know what AI is or ChatGPT specifically is capable of, I don't think they would either.
Adler's on here. So Jonathan Adler, he was an EMT, and he worked with me over in Putnam County where I play paramedic every fourth day. But congrats, Jonathan, because he just became a paramedic,
Oh, nice.
and that's some hard shit to do.
Oh, yeah.
They get you take a test. It's called National Registry, so it's kind of like the nurse's version of NCLEX type situation, to where it doesn't even feel like it's the right test you're taking. And you feel like that was a test for a physician.
Oh, okay.
So
Like you should be like a doctor
Yeah,
when you get done with it.
we're basically like doctors on wheels.
I mean, you are.
Pretty much a doctor on wheels. We have a medical director. I love her to death, actually. If she's watching, I put my cologne on for you. But
Burberry.
Burberry's yours. I forget what clone I'm on right now. But yeah, I love our medical director. Anyways, that's gonna fuck me up. She's cute and she's really nice. Anyways, our medical director is really cool,
Yeah.
and that totally put me off track. Other than I was talking about Adler.
What's that say?
Check your PM. Have a question. It's just an idea. All right, buddy. I'm gonna look at it right now. What were you about to say, Rob?
Oh, nothing. I was gonna. So John he just became a paramedic.
Yeah, so he just became a paramedic, and he's at a different station, but it's still the same county service.
Got you. Yeah, that'd be a hard job, man. Hats off to you guys for doing that.
Oh yeah, you were
just-
with me one day. We kind of played paramedic
At
and
Arby's.
You were
bro.
my EMT, and I was a paramedic.
Yeah, bro, like at Arby's. Just
was
hey,
like-
Rob, here's this notebook. Write down all these symptoms, name the whole thesaurus on this lady. And what's crazy is I knew her. I knew the woman because I used to sell cell phones to her. It was just one of those. It was like, is this really happening right now? Like we're like paramedic this
like,
woman.
hey Rob, write down her information.
Yeah, like
That's what we deal with, man.
it's now in that moment. Like it'd be crazy. Like on my bad days to go in and have to do that too.
All right.
It's just
All right,
it'd be a lot.
so this Mr. Baker here, he sent me a PM. He said most people don't know about a power plant in Richmond with food delivery. I guess he's asking about getting food delivered to a power plant. He's an operator there. So hopefully he elaborates on that. But hey, Mr. Baker, just go to firehousebarbecueandblues.com and you can order online right there.
Yeah, like the best, the best food in town.
Yeah.
I think so, dude. Like, I'd eat there every day.
Yeah, I almost do eat there every day.
They have a big enough menu to where you would never get sick of it if you rotated it.
Right, because you always, everyone's like, I need a pizza night. Well, guess what they have?
Yeah, and they have different pizzas.
Have you had their pizza yet?
I've tried it. Yeah, I like
pretty
it.
good.
I like the. I tried the barbecue one and then the Rocky Balboa.
What's on the Rocky?
It's I believe it's the cheese. Though it just like on the top it just looked like flat, which I don't know what they have underneath it. It's just like a cheesy. It's hard to tell what the toppings are, but dude, every one of them are delicious.
Nice. So let's see. If we're 45 minutes into this, you got a hot date, right?
Yep.
All right.
Gotta go see some Christmas lights tonight.
Let's write. Yeah, where are they at?
Metamora.
Nah.
Apparently the town's gonna be lit up. You can do some shopping there. I think it's only going on until 8, so we're gonna cruise down there. Something for the kids to do.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool too. I've always wanted to go down, like sip hot chocolate, that kind of thing.
There's a flight coming up. I'll look and see when it is, but where you can go down to Richmond Airport, hop on an airplane, and they fly you over Eaton,
Mm-hmm.
and you see all of the lights in the park over there. It is.
That would be
I did it last year. It's like a fundraiser for Help the Animals.
gotcha. Okay, so the money goes somewhere from it.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I think it's come out. Winchester did one last weekend, and I think this one's coming up. Hopefully, it's not right now this weekend, but we'll look. All right, I'm gonna go over there and shut this thing down.
Sounds good.
Cool.